Biodiesel blends of B5 and B20 can be easily integrated into existing fueling infrastructure. A few precautionary steps should be taken to ensure a smooth transition.
We wanted to see if there were any differences in terms of how we handle the product, maintain it, and store it. As a result of our tests, we've had to make no changes to our facilities, no difference in our maintenance training or tooling, except for some cleaning at the beginning where we cleansed out our in-ground tanks to get rid of scaling. We've had no issues with the product.
Biodiesel blends have solvent qualities that will release debris in storage tanks and fueling systems. Initial cleaning of the tanks and installation of spin-on filters at the pumps is recommended.
You have to make sure that the system is very clean before introducing biodiesel on any strength. It has a solvent effect, and it'll loosen up these deposits and potentially plug out the fuel systems.
We had the tank system flushed out about a month ago prior to putting in our biodiesel blend, and yeah, that took a day for the company to come up and flush it all out, and new filters on our fuel pumps here as well.
When we found out we were going to change over to the biodiesel, we had the tanks clean, scrubbed, and all the water removed out of it, and then basically just the biodiesel put back into them.
The tanks were completely drained and cleaned prior to putting the B20 biodiesel on board. We have our filtering system on the pump, a 5-micron filter. Other than that, it's just a desiccant breather to remove any condensation from building up in the tank.
Because biodiesel blends are particularly sensitive to moisture, installation of a desiccant filter on storage tanks is recommended.
I'm considering installing a desiccant filter in the vent tube of the fuel tanks to mitigate or reduce the amount of moisture content that's being introduced into the tank as the tank's being drawn down.
Vehicle fuel filters should be changed soon after their first biodiesel use.
Except for the additional scaling issue, which we settled by cleaning out our in-ground tanks, and also going through basically one round of filter changes on the engine. Once that was completed, there were no further maintenance changes.
There is no difference to us. It just shows up whenever we need fuel. We call down there, they send it up, and it just gets dumped in our tank.
To the average person, the only difference would be the color. Other than that, there's no difference in terms of how we handle it and store it. The difference is in the tailpipe.